Hey guys, welcome back, treasure hunters. Today, we're diving deep into what might be the most revealing episode yet, Season 12, Episode 23 of The Curse of Oak Island. Buckle up, because this isn't just another hour of mysterious artifacts and theories. No, this episode could be the one that finally shatters centuries of speculation and legends that have haunted historians and explorers alike. We're talking about Templars, secret orders, cryptic symbols, underground vaults, and ancient maps converging into something that feels less like coincidence and more like a master plan being unveiled. Let's start by rewinding the timeline back to a very specific date, 1307. Friday the 13th, a day forever marked by the downfall of the Knights Templar, or ... was it? While many Templars were captured, tortured, and executed under the orders of King Philip IV of France and Pope Clement V, some managed to escape. Historical records suggest that not only did they flee, but they did so with treasure. And we're not talking about coins or gold bars. Some theorists argue that what they took with them was far more valuable: the Ark of the Covenant, the Holy Grail, and sacred relics from King Solomon's temple. Just imagine the implications of that. Religious relics of immense historical and spiritual significance being secretly moved across borders for safekeeping, not buried randomly, but strategically relocated over generations. According to this theory, the path of that treasure wasn't random either. It moved from France to Portugal to Malta and eventually to a small, treacherous island off the coast of Nova Scotia, Oak Island. Sounds far-fetched? Let's push forward. Jump ahead nearly 2 centuries. A new knightly order takes center stage, the Knights of Malta. And here, an intriguing family connection resurfaces. De Villers family, with roots in Templar history, appears once again. In fact, the investigative team uncovered what appears to be an unbroken chain of lineage and legacy, stretching from the original Templar escape all the way to a woman named Catherine de Villers. Her son, Isaac d'Azilly, would go on to become a Knight of Malta and later establish a French colony just 15 miles south of Oak Island, in 1632. Now let's pause and really consider this. That's not just coincidence, that's generational continuity, a lineage of individuals bound by a mission, perhaps even an oath. A deliberate path of relocation, establishment, and possibly guardianship. And there's more. Symbols tied to the Knights of Malta, most notably the Maltese cross, have been found carved into the walls of 16th century prisons in Malta. But here's where it gets truly spine-tingling. Those same symbols are appearing on Oak Island artifacts. The carvings match, the iconography aligns. Are we actually witnessing evidence that Templar descendants used Oak Island as a sacred vault, a final resting place for secrets too powerful to be left unguarded? Back on the island, the team has returned with renewed energy and some compelling new evidence. The focus turns to Lot 21, a sector of the island that's gaining attention thanks to one very specific discovery, an anchor stone. And this isn't just any boulder lying around. This exact stone was referenced in the enigmatic Blair treasure map, a centuries-old document believed by many to contain clues to the island's layout and hidden vaults. The stone is believed to be a surveying anchor, potentially used to triangulate the position of other key markers and secret entrances. Think of it like unlocking the first level in an ancient video game. Once that one true coordinate is found, the rest of the layout, the puzzle, begins to fall into place. To add even more weight to the theory, metal detecting expert Gary Drayton makes a significant find near the anchor stone. Oxen shoe fragments. These aren't just random bits of metal. Their presence supports the growing belief that these stones weren't placed here by nature. Someone hauled them to this location and they didn't do it without purpose. The intention was clear: hide something, or perhaps even more critically, guard it. As the team digs deeper beneath the anchor stone, they reach what's known as the sea horizon, the untouched, natural earth layer. No artificial disturbance, no signs of treasure yet. But even without finding gold, the message is clear. The stone's placement was deliberate. It wasn't dropped there by chance. It was measured, calculated, and aligned, part of something far bigger. And that something bigger might just be a network of underground vaults, a coded treasure map, or even the final link in a secret chain stretching back to the fall of the Templars. Oak Island, once dismissed as legend, is becoming more and more plausible as the resting place of a treasure so profound it could rewrite history. These aren't random boulders, they're breadcrumbs. Meanwhile, on Lot 5, the mystery deepens with a new artifact, a floral button discovered near a stone foundation. Seems ordinary until Lagina connects it to graffiti found on a prison wall in Malta. Yes, Malta again, the exact same design carved into the wall of a 16th century prison that once held the Knights of Malta. Is it a family crest, secret symbol, a hidden language of guardianship passed down through centuries? When the team overlays these findings with known carvings from the host stone, the Maltese cross symbols found across Oak Island, a pattern emerges. And it's not just decorative, it's directional, it's a code. The Malta trip wasn't just symbolic, it was revealing. The team walked through underground tunnels, saw massive cisterns carved by hand 60 feet beneath cities, and observed blue clay sealing off water channels, clay eerily similar to the one found in the original money pit. Description: this wasn't primitive guesswork. This was advanced medieval engineering. The Knights of Malta had the knowledge, resources, and craftsmanship to hide treasure in underground vaults that could survive for centuries even underwater. Sound familiar? Could Oak Island's money pit with its booby traps and water channels have been constructed by the same minds? As the team regroups, all signs point to one conclusion: it's time to return to the money pit. Armed with new context, ancient maps, and tantalizing clues, they prepare for their most ambitious dig yet. What lies 200 feet underground could be the legendary vault, one that might link the island to the Knights of Malta, the Templars, and the greatest treasure hunt in history. The episode ends with whispers of what's to come, a potential vault that connects the swamp to the sea, primitive tools dating back to the 1500s, channels that may have been dug centuries ago to safeguard something priceless. And speaking of digging, let's not overlook one of the most understated but potentially powerful developments of all: a major shift in mindset. For years, certain areas of the island were dismissed as unlikely, irrelevant, or simply distractions. But now, with every new artifact, symbol, or fragment unearthed, like the ox shoe, the anchor boulder, and the floral button, the once dismissed western portion of Oak Island is transforming into a prime suspect in this centuries-old riddle. The treasure may not be where it was first believed. It may, in fact, lie exactly where it had long been ignored. Even seasoned treasure hunters are now entertaining possibilities that were once thought unthinkable. And that tells us something huge, because when even the skeptics begin to believe, it means the evidence can no longer be dismissed as coincidence. It's cumulative, it's aligning, and it's creating pressure. The kind of pressure that almost always comes just before a breakthrough. What's even more exciting is the growing list of physical parallels between Oak Island and the medieval strongholds of Malta. Blue clay used to seal off water tunnels, check. Massive underground cisterns carved with precision, check. Symbols carved into ancient stone walls that match artifacts found on Oak Island, double check. The team isn't just finding fragments anymore, they're uncovering a kind of architectural and symbolic handwriting that spans oceans and centuries. And now, with Malta graffiti matching a button found near the Loft 5 structure, the same area where the mysterious stone foundation and that distinctive starburst button were recovered, we are all forced to ask a hard question: has the truth been sitting in front of us all along, just waiting for someone to finally view it from the right angle? Let's not forget the emotional core of this journey. This search isn't just about relics or riches, it's about a determined team of modern-day explorers chasing a ghost story so vast, it stretches across continents and centuries. With every stone they turn, they're not merely unearthing artifacts, they're revealing legacies, decoding motives, and reviving the long-lost missions of men who once were eternal oaths to protect secrets larger than any one kingdom, country, or faith. It's also becoming increasingly evident that the Knights of Malta may not have simply visited Oak Island. They may have been the very architects of its design. The precision, the secrecy, the mathematical consistency across map points, none of it points to randomness. This wasn't the work of pirates or wandering settlers. This was institutional knowledge, executed with surgical intent. We may very well be looking at one of the most sophisticated and best hidden operations in European history, a secret vault buried beneath North American soil. And here's a tantalizing thought. What if the money pit was never the real hiding place? What if it was a decoy, a grand misdirection, deliberately engineered with booby traps and confusion to protect the true location of the vault somewhere else on the island? And what if that location is only now coming into focus, as old maps like the Blair chart and markers like the anchor stone begin to align? More than 200 years of digging, theorizing, and debate may all come down to this final stretch. With the team preparing for their deepest and most targeted excavation yet, we stand on the edge of something extraordinary, either historical confirmation or long-awaited closure. Either outcome will have profound impact, because even if the treasure isn't gold or jewels, the real prize may be the truth itself, truth long buried, now rising at last. So keep your eyes on the ground, your minds open, and your hearts ready, because the Curse of Oak Island isn't just a show anymore. It's a revelation unfolding in real time. And you, fellow seekers, are part of this story. So stay tuned, stay curious, and as always dig deeper.